this one here. It's a free field quest. Basically, oops. Just setting to friends only so I don't get randoms barging into my party.
Do you have any friends around?
Just that one that's offline. Okay, so this quest I have to complete with a specific NPC character. And only him. Let's see, I think I'm set for... I'm carrying a bunch of crap. Should sell this stuff before I go.
So how can you tell what any of that is if it's all in Japanese?
The English translation patch does most of the job, and the rest of the job you either figure out by yourself or you use the icons. Like those bunch of items you saw are just quest items, and I just pile them until I can deliver something.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's... Oops, that's not where I want to go. Equip weapons. I'm gonna replace this lens with... Let me see, this game has some stupid things. It's kinda hard to compare one lens to another, unless you have them both equipped.
Oh.
Less HP, less TDF, better everything else. Okay, that's the one I'm gonna need.
So how many weapons can you have equipped at once?
For now, 3 weapon sets, and each weapon set has the standard attack, and you can equip up to 3 photon arts in each, which are tied to the combo, like so.
Can you swap them on the fly in combat?
Yes, it's kinda odd because you have to open this menu and then it takes like a second to load, but I think that's important. Anyway, so you see the like under, like right on the middle, you can see the icons are changing.
Yeah.
So I can, like, instead of starting my photon art combo with the first skill, which does this, I can attack and use the third one. And well, that's going to get more easy to understand as we go. Let me just finish this prepping. I think I have a better armor somewhere here.
So how fast is the level?
Not very fast, but not necessarily slow. So there's...
Is there enough there to keep you interested?
Yeah, there's always the gear grind, which keeps people busy. Okay, I'm just gonna sell that one. If I have to open more inventory space, I'll just deposit the rest on the fly.
And so that was kind of a prep room before the mission or something?
Yeah, that's the
Looked like
camp ship room. You can buy items, sell items, check your... what's the word? The stash thing, I forgot.
Inventory, bank.
It's not an inventory, it's the... kind of like a warehouse. So the fighting is basic and star online stuff. You don't have to time attacks, actually, you can just hold the button. But if you time attacks, you get an attack bonus. Okay, there's an event going on. This is kind of like Guild Wars 2, where you can... some emergency codes, which are kind of like the dynamic events happen. So basically, there's an outbreak of these enemies here. Ah! Jesus, get off. And we have to kill them. That's the most basic style. God, I'm playing bad today.
And so this has nothing to do with the quest that you're currently on. It's just
no, it's just something that happens at random. Yeah, another one down. That awful noise you're hearing is because my sword's light element and they are weak to light. So whenever I hit them, it makes that high-pitched noise.
So, do the maps ever change, or is the layout the same?
It's a randomly generated thing from Phantasy Online. Like, you can recognize this place, like recognize the places, but it's not the same layout all the time. You can say kick the guy there, that's a dodge attack. Oh, you can jump in this game.
Oh, nice.
That's a dodge attack, so you can like dodge and start a combo from the right out of the dodge. That's actually a skill you have to buy to be able to use.
So how do the skills work?
You get 1 skill point per level, you spend on them. They're mostly passive, but there are some active stuff, like shouts that draw aggro and stuff. I'm just busy with the passive stuff for now. Oops.
And so do you have any special abilities playing as a human as opposed to
I don't think so. Ouch. It's pretty much just visuals. Okay, that's another one. I'm locked into this place until I kill all these mobs.
So you really have no choice. Did you have a choice to join the other one?
No.
Or did you
They just... Well, I could ignore it, but there's a big XP bonus from it.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm on fire. Whoa, that's...
So for quests like this, do you really have a boss that you have to fight at the end, or
yeah, that's
just gonna
a
get
free
an item?
exploration quest. I just keep going until I get to the boss room and kill the boss. It's the most straightforward kind of quest.
Are there other types of quests then?
Yeah, there are usually quests like reach a certain spot and look up for a certain event, or kill a certain enemy on a certain amount of time. Like have to find a specific emergency code. There you go. So you have get a lot of money, and money is actually kind of weird in this game. Oh, there you go. Oh, you can charge the skills. Some skills you can charge, like I don't think partisans have any chargeable skill. Ouch. Let me show some of the other weapons. You can see I was chaining the combo and I just pulled another skill out of there. You there?
Yep.
It's
just getting really laggy here for a minute.
Yeah, it got pretty laggy for me too at some point.
So those look pretty light and fast. What are they called?
Those are the wired lances. I thought they were the new daggers, but it turns out I just can't use daggers yet.
These
It has that
just have to do.
minor Phantasy Star annoyance that you have to spend a lot of time looking up where to go because of the randomly generated environments.
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of time possibly running in circles.
Running the wrong direction, taking the wrong path, running back. Yeah, I remember that.
Large number of moving targets might pop another emergency code at some point.
So they're fairly common.
Yeah, they happen fairly often. And I think I'm playing on a low population channel right now, but there are actually multi-party areas in this game. Like I'm walking around and I see some random people passing by. Oh, there you go, the exit. The exit is usually going for the north, so you at least know where to head to.
Generally head south or north, there you go. And so what about the multi-party areas? Because I was under the impression that everything was just kind of an instance that was just you and your party.
Yeah, there are single party areas that's just for your party, but you can head to multi-party areas in some missions. And those multi-party areas have plenty of parties, including parties with NPCs around. that are just doing those emergency quests together and killing stuff, and everyone gets the same EXP and drop if they are close by. Oh my god, there's a lot of mobs out of nowhere.
Oh wow. What are those? Like some sort of fat raptor.
They have those like horn things on their chest, you can break them so they deal less damage, but they regenerate those over time. Oops, missed the last one. Oh, and you can block on this game, but though I never really bother blocking, just move out of the way and start the combo again.
So what's the dodging like? Do you have some sort of endurance you have to...
No, you can dodge as many times as you want, but you... like I'm doing now, but it's a fairly short dodge, and the invulnerability is very, very short. Switch to my favorites. Oops.
How many levels have you seen?
I fell.
Beyond this level, this lava
Ouch. There's the forest, and I'm almost unlocking the next tier, which I'm not entirely sure what it is. So you do a bunch of quests in an area. Wait, I'm attacking slow. So yeah, you do a bunch of standard quests, then you do some orders, which are basically sub-quests you get from NPCs. And you do those to unlock the free exploration, which is what we're doing now. And if you complete the free exploration, you unlock the next tier, which is the next area you go by. So this is the second area in the game.
Do you know how many areas the game has total?
No idea. There has to be more though. And oh, there's a public quest going on that's basically a huge boss battle you get. Ouch. You get on a multi-party area.
So are you on a multi-party area right now? Or?
I'm on a multi-party area but on a low population server. So it's unlikely I'll find anyone. But if I head out and stop doing this quest, I can join this massive public quest with like 10-20 people per instance, where you just find this huge boss where you have to climb on it and kill different sections of it, and the boss has turrets and missiles and smaller NPCs trying to kill you.
Oh wow.
And it's very, very challenging and very fun. I'm just kind of rushing now because I want to show the boss and I don't want to make the video very long. The bosses in this game are actually very, very good. They're kind of like Monster Hunter bosses, where they're really strong and you're kind of punny against it, but they have this specific spots you can hit for extra damage, and they are very fast. So for example, the first area has this boss that's a bear with some rocks on them. It's like this giant monster. But if you hit him in the head, he'll take extra damage. So you want to aim for the head. God, I hate these guys with the shield. They can break your combo. There you go.
So, like that guy, does he have like a glowy spot on his head? It's pretty obvious what these spots are going to be. Like
yeah,
some sort of
kind
Zelda
of
boss or
obvious.
something.
Like the one in this is very easy to tell because it's all armored. It's like this giant armored lizard that actually looks like a monster from Monster Hunter 3. And he like stretches himself to attack you and spins around, but when he stretches himself he shows some weak spots, like these big orange areas that look all mushy and easy to hit.
They just scream, stab a sword.
You can also aim at the tail that if you break, I think deals less than, oh my, another one. Why can't I have a cool one? Oh,
Emergency.
that guy is
Code
actually part of
collect.
it. Oh, I have to collect the keys. I have to kill this bastard. Break the horn and kill him. That's
So he's like a mini boss.
no, that's just very strong mob that shows up rarely, and usually shows up on this map for some reason, like in this particular event. There you go. He killed. I got one key. Now I need to get the other three. The keys are these square thingies.
Oh yeah, because that looks like a key. And what do they do?
They'll let me open that gate like back there, which means I'm getting close to the boss. Because on this area, when you get to the boss, you have to open the other area is pretty standard. You just walk to the boss. Here you have to find these keys and open the gate to the boss.
So did you ever play Phantasy Star Online?
The first one, yeah, I did. It's kind of like Phantasy Star Zero, but prettier. And you couldn't dodge. And but other than that, like, it was
Phantasy
no
Star Zero
dodge.
was not pretty.
Well, it's pretty far the ES game, but that doesn't say much about it.
And I found it really hard to control with just the D-pad. It's a lot easier to play on a 3DS with the analog stick.
Wait, what the? Oh, because he was from the event. So event mobs just disappear when the event is over. I thought I was getting close to the boss, but it doesn't seem like I can find the exit. Okay, while you were gonna do two things. First, I found the passage to the next area. Second, I killed a bunch of stuff using my gun slash, which you might recognize from other games. It's actually the only ranged weapon for the hunter. But you see me using it as a blade, but if I press shift instead of blocking like I would do with my other hunter weapons, I switch to gun mode, so I can shoot stuff.
Oh, sweet.
But what's nice is that you can actually pop this shooter camera that makes it easy to walk around and shoot.
Oh, nice. And so for all range classes, this would probably be how you play most of the time, right?
Well, either that or you lock on, because it gives basically the same effect, but locked to a single enemy. I feel it's more fun and it's more interesting and just overall more effective playing like this.
Yeah. It's like a third-person shooter that way.
Yep. I usually just keep that one equipped for for fun. I don't actually use that one much. I stick to swords and partisans. Wait, partisans, that thing he's using.
Yeah.
Okay, time for the boss.
Alright.
I actually wanted to show me actually shooting stuff with that camera. But wait a minute, that's not the boss I usually play against.
That was one of my questions. So does the boss ever change? But I think that answers it.
I have no idea how to fight this thing.
Alright.
I think I have to aim at that giant big crystal on his head I'm locking on. Oh my god, I have no idea how to kiss this.
Particular also.
The tail looks like the crystal stuff I can break to cause more damage. Oh, that's just wonderful. I guess you'll see me die.
Alright, get that gun blade out and go to shooter mode.
Or I can pull some badass moves. So yeah, that's the dragon famous.
Oh, wow. What did he just do?
He pulled
He
a
can
lizard.
swim
Wait,
in the ground.
what the hell? He's yellow now. Great.
Should we assume that means he's angry?
I think it means he's covered in armor, and we have to break it. This is a
Oh.
lot like Monster Hunter. Like the bosses look like bosses from Monster Hunter, the movesets look like movesets from Monster Hunter.
I
Next
think
thing
that's
you
a
know,
good
you're
thing.
flying, spitting fireballs at me. Like that.
There he goes.
You know what, I think I'm gonna use the Gunslash here. So you can just lock on, but it's kinda inaccurate. Nope.
Or you can do the aiming yourself.
I can, but I won't for now.
Is that crystal no longer in the end of his tail, or was it always partway up?
I think it was always part way up. I'm trying to focus on staying alive here.
Oh, you do that. I'll. Oh, whoa. Doesn't look like he stays in the air long though. Kind of ground-based for a thing with such big wings.
Like Monster Hunter.
Like Monster Hunter.
And I'm dead.
And so, what's the consequences of dying?
In this particular mission, it means I failed the quest and I have to start over.
Oh boy.
So, yeah. Well, I was under level. That's a level 16 mission. I'm at level 15.
And should that make that big of a difference in a mission?
It does help, and it helps if you have a full party, but this douche won't let me conclude the quest if I bring other people along. Okay, that quest failed. Let me just jump quickly into the forest because the forest has some prettier stuff to do. I'm just gonna... Wait, wrong. I'm just gonna burst, like rush through the entire thing. I'm gonna get an awful ranking at the end of the mission because I just wanna show the boss. Maybe show the random weather. It's like
Random weather.
yeah, there's a weather system. On the volcano you don't notice much because I think the only weather you can see there is heat wave, and I don't know what that does. Okay, let me grab a party. Oh, here's a cool thing. This is my friend who's offline right now. He can kinda like join me as an NPC if he updates his character. So that's him.
So they take his character and his stats. He's just not controlling it.
Yep. Well, and he's done. He's scaled to my level, up to whatever level he is. So he's level 24. So if I'm level 26, he'll stay level 24. But if I'm level 15, like I'm now, he's going to be level 15. I think my inventory is fine. Yeah, should do the trick.
So they'll scale down to you, but not up.
Yes. And he's going to have the same weapons and gear and stats and stuff.
And so this is bringing a full party along with you, as opposed to last time, just trying to go it on your own.
I usually like going on my own, except for very difficult quests. So you see the forest is actually prettier. It's not exactly a pretty game, but it's does the job. You get used to it. You can cut down trees with bullets.
Oh wow.
Oh, and the game has like the worst grass cutting in every game ever. Like it just freezes the game for half a second.
Oh wow.
And then the grass falls. Like, ding!
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna leave these birds. Oh, you see that big red ball on that bird's head? It means the bird is actually stronger, but that thing's a weak point. I can name it and do like massive amount of damage, like you just saw. Like 370 damage instead of 180.
So it's stronger, you can do more damage to it.
Yes. It's actually nice when you get bosses that have that thing because they hit harder and they have more health. But you can just aim at, you know exactly what to aim for all the time in the battle.
Makes sense. So you have a little orb following you. I think I remember that from Phantasy Star
That's a
Zero.
mag. It's a little
Mag.
robot that can unleash special attacks and do other cool stuff. But right now mine's too low leveled, so the only thing he actually does is possibly, maybe, if he's in the mood, heal me when I get below half health.
Possibly, maybe, if he feels like it and is in a good mood. He looks like a blue Pokeball.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he is. When he levels enough, he's going to change forms. See, everyone has a little robot following them. I think you only get a mag at like level 10 in this game, then you get a mission for unlocking your mag.
And do you have any choice on what kind of mag you get, or?
You get the Pokeball thingy, and depending on how you level it up, it gets different forms. So I'm leveling it to raise my strike attack, which is damage with melee weapons, and my dexterity, which is chance to critical hit, I think, or something like that. Go area 2. Anyway, I was talking about random weather. It doesn't seem like I'll have any luck today. But it usually just contact like visual stuff like, oh, it's raining now and it's foggy now and it's cloudy now. Oh, it's foggy. It's kind of hard to see enemies in the distance, but it's already kind of hard to see enemies in the distance. But there are certain special weather conditions like storms where it actually rains lightning on you and you have to avoid the lightning if you don't want to take a lot of damage. Gonna run around with the
Now, will the lightning also damage enemies?
I'm pretty sure it does, because you see enemies all shock-like when they take the lightning. So I assume they got paralyzed too. When they get blue and have little bolts of electricity going around them. So this is a multi-party area. It usually has at least one party running around, since it's the first area. So it's where most new players will be hanging around. But it doesn't seem I'm finding anyone today. Just rushing through everything because I want to get to the boss. That's something that kind of annoys me about having NPCs with you. They can start spamming messages. It's usually not that bad until all three start talking at the same time and they make sure they pop on the camera talk, like you did this. Wait, no, that's like you say something like this, and then you're like, oh, I'm smiling, and then you say, oh, I'm smiling. That's that.
Oh wow!
And
that
then like all three
annoying.
NPCs putting that at the same time.
So you can just talk in the normal chat box, or you can.
You can. You don't have to
windows.
choose a little face for your character.
Oh my goodness! I can imagine that being really annoying if you had a full party of people doing that.
When you go on the most populated servers, like where the English community hangs out, it's just people spamming drawings and faces and messages everywhere. So I don't really make an effort to go there unless I want to play with my friends. And they don't make an effort to go there either. They're like, oh my god, there's so many people spamming here. There go.
So
oh fuck, immobilized trap.
Oh wow.
There you go.
How big is the US population playing right now?
I think all the English community fits in a single channel. Everyone just hangs on that one, and granted the channel is very full, but it's one channel on one server. That's where most people hang out. It's big enough to make a difference and have enough people to find and play with you. See, you saw that icon? It's my mag running, getting hungry. He's low on food. Food being items I don't want, and I'm just shoving him.
And so what happens if he...
See, the boss has this thing. If he what?
Oh wow, it's like a giant monkey.
He's a
He
rock
looks like a
bear.
Pokemon. He looks like a Pokemon. Red rock monkey.
I missed. So
And what
his
does that emergency code duel mean?
it means boss battle.
Ah,
So this boss is actually pretty easy. If you avoid his attack, he'll stay very weak. But with NPCs, it's a pain because they don't know how to avoid attacks at all.
so they're not too bright.
See,
Are
I
they
jumped
ever of
over the
any real
attack.
assistance?
They deal a lot of damage. And they are meat shields essentially. So you see he missed both attacks, so now he's stays stunned for a while. And if the game wasn't lagging so much for me right now because of fraps, I'd be able to hit him for more. And I'm not sure if it's a player ability or not, but every now and then the boss will show like hit this spot for now, like hit his arm or something, and you lock on it and you do like absurd amounts of damage to that part of the boss.
And it's not like a random event or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a random event or something, or if it's a character ability like one of the NPCs. So now he's angry, he won't flinch anymore, and he's going to start chaining attacks. It's kind of a pain, but it's temporary.
Oh, he turned green.
I think he's green because the force just ouch. Because the force just cast on him. Whoops, he missed, and he didn't miss this time, or this
So-
time.
They don't change color when they get lower in health then.
Nope. That's just conditions. I'm getting low on health. Gotta eat my juice. Camera's probably being very confusing for her.
It's not too bad.
Ouch.
Oh wow.
See, I did like this backflip thingy. That's another ability. I'm gonna let him hit me. I'm gonna try to let him hit me. Only a little strength left. Like, shit tells me when he's about to die. Come
So
on,
he
hit
doesn't
me.
have a life bar.
See,
that
I
you can
did
watch
this
him.
like backflip thing by
Yeah.
tapping the space bar right as I hit the... There we go, he's dead. Right as he... Right as I land on the ground. It's a skill you can unlock. Wow, just got a bunch of money. Great. And that's
Sweet.
pretty much it. Then I get back to the lobby, get graded on how many enemies I killed and how many times I died. So yeah, I killed like 30% of the enemies, so I only get a B. I'm not quite sure what this does. Except some missions require you to get a rank S. I think it changes the amount of money you can get per quest.
And so will you get better rewards and money, then I take it that the better you do and higher ranking you get.
Yes. Another thing that's kind of like Monster Hunter, before you head out into battle, you can just buy this little drink that, like, this one raises HP, this one raises defense, this one raises attack, this one raises your photon bar thingy, photon points. And or you can just change quests on the fly here without having to actually head outside and everything. You can buy some supply items there, sell, access your storage here, and change party members.
Change party members. And so what is this, like a little shuttle or something, and you can beam up to the mothership?
Yeah, it's called a camp ship. The game kind of implies by some cutscenes that it's basically something that's sent flying towards whichever planet you're going to explore, and then you just head into it. See, you kind of like this airport tunnel thing.
Gotcha.
and it leads to those tiny ships. Like some cutscenes show those ships blowing some portal things and going through them, then they suddenly are on another planet, like the volcano planet, which is basically a crust full of floating islands, and then down there is the volcanic area you explore. Or the forest planet, or everything. Oh, you can do the most awkward sitting ever.
Yeah.